Yo, there's Leche, there's DJ Leslie, I'm Jay Cruz, Jeff Garcia, the sports dude.
Yo!
Senator Alex Padilla is back on the Cruz show. Hello, sir.
All right, good to be back. I was last time we talked, I was coming to you from Washington, D.C., the office out there.
Yes, sir.
But in California this week. Always good to be home.
Hey, welcome back home, man. Hometown hero right here. You know, Senator Padilla, I want to say this. You are one of the examples, a true example of the American dream, sir. You know, both parents immigrated from, to the U.S. Your mom was a housekeeper. Your father was a short order cook, and you are a United States senator. Salute, sir, from one Latino to another.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, man, we're all pioneers and trying to do good in different ways, right? I've been proud to be a representative at the city level here in LA, the state level, of course, and now in Washington, D.C. But kudos to you, all of you, your whole team, making it big in the Los Angeles radio market's not easy. So
not easy. No,
we're all going to represent.
No,
thank you.
It isn't. And you're a Valley boy, 818, right? San Fernando Valley.
Hey.
No, it is the Great 18. Got to get it
right.
right.
18. Yes.
Let's go.
There it is.
Leslie and I are from the 818. Let's just from Whittier, respectfully. Love Whittier, Los Angeles.
562.
we did some cruising there back in the day.
Yeah, we did.
Remember Whittier Boulevard on a Sunday?
Wow.
Legendary.
LA history, yeah.
Yep. Senator Alex Padilla is on with us, man. Cruz Show, Real 92.3. Now, why is it important to vote no on this recall of Governor Gavin Newsome, sir?
Yeah, no. So let's talk some real business here.
Let's get to it, sir.
There's a lot going on in the country, a lot going on around the world, as everybody knows. But this recall election, it's important that we weigh in. And I just want to break it down, what's really going on here.
Sure.
We know that sort of the forces in the Republican Party, the Trump force that's still alive and well across the country is coming to California. We hear about things in Georgia and Texas and Arizona, things that wouldn't gain traction here. So what's our only shot at getting political power in California? It's this recall process. They're hoping that we don't vote so that they can take over the governorship. They can start appointing judges, changing who runs different departments and agencies at the state level at such a critical time. Kids are just back in school in person. We know what it's been like throughout COVID. The main Republicans that are running to take out Gavin Newsome are saying things like they don't even want a minimum wage, forget living wages.
Wow.
They want to undo all the protections that we have against COVID-19. And we know which communities have been hit hardest by COVID-19. So all that is at stake. I'm urging everybody to vote no. Every voter got their ballot in the mail already. September 14th is the last day to vote, the last day to mail it in. Vote no on that first question.
We have Black and Brown. We have a major Black and Brown audience, Senator Padilla, and I know there's a message when it comes to the Black and Brown community. What is the message when it comes to the recall for our Black and Brown audience members, and how important is it to them if they may not know?
Yeah, it's really a big choice, and it's not somebody far away making the decision. It's us this time because it's an election. It's a recall election, September 14th or earlier if you can. And here's what's at stake for communities of color: all the issues that we've been advocating for, from immigrant rights standpoint, criminal justice reform, and even again thinking about the COVID-19 pandemic and who it's hit the hardest. It's us. And so Gavin Newsome, he's gone to bat for us really with resources, with policies, with protections, and the folks trying to take him out, the folks who want to be the next governor of California, they want to go backwards. I'm a little bit older than you guys. I remember what it was like, back in the 90s and the 80s in California. It wasn't as pretty as it is today. And the whole country's watching, as we go to the next year's elections. Is California gonna choose a more inclusive, more diverse path for the future, economic opportunity, health protections for everybody, or going back to the days where communities of color got short shrift, didn't get the investments that we deserve? It's up to us to decide. So that's why I need everybody. You got your ballot, fill it out, vote no, send it back in. If you lost your ballot, need a replacement, show up in person. You can vote anywhere in the county convenient to you for the several days up until September 14th, and September 14th is the last day.
Sir, how close are you? Oh, I'm sorry. How close
No.
are you, really quick? Let's go get to it. How
Yeah.
close are you to becoming the new face of Tapatio? Are we getting any closer?
Maybe our lawyers are talking. I don't know. We got to work on it.
That
Go
would be
ahead, Liz. I'm
iconic.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. If you mentioned, you know, if anyone has lost their ballot or they haven't received it in the mail, they can go in person, but how do they find that information?
Yeah, no, great question. Thank you for asking. And I know a little bit about this because before I became the senator, I used to serve as California's Secretary of State. So in California, we make it easy. If you're 18 years or older and a citizen, it's super duper easy. sos.ca.gov. You know, SOS, that stands for Secretary of State, sos.ca.gov. Click on the elections button. If you haven't registered to vote, you can show up in person still. You didn't miss any deadlines. Show up in person, do same day registration, and cast your ballot. But if you go to the website, you can confirm your registration, find out where the voting locations are, no excuses really. You can show up in person. You can vote by mail. You don't even need a stamp to return your ballot. You know, return postage is prepaid.
Good to know. Good to know. Let's go to Whittier. Leche.
Senator, how much more expensive is Tapatio out in the East Coast as opposed to LA? And is that the reason why you came back to restock?
Let's assume you can find it. They say you can find it. I haven't found it, so I just keep bringing bottles from home.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, recently comedian Fluffy, he became a face for the Tapatio bottle. Did you get your bottle yet?
Oh, no, I haven't seen that one. That's a collector's item.
Absolutely. Oh, we got to get
still
you
got
one.
a few at the station?
We do. Yes. And we can get Fluffy to send him a case as well, so he doesn't run out. Good for the year. You know,
how about taking it to the next show, man? I want to check him out in person.
Oh, that's no problem. That is no problem. No problem at all. I'm gonna text him right now. He never texted me back, but I'm gonna.
Everybody loves free tickets. Not gonna matter if you're a senator or whatever. Everybody loves free tickets.
Tickets are tickets, man. You feel me? Hey, Senator, what other important pieces of legislation are you working on, and how can the Cruise Show audience help, sir?
Yeah, no, again, appreciate the opportunity to be on this platform, be with you guys and share some important information. I think two things. If you're watching the news, you hear a lot about infrastructure. We are trying to spend a whole lot of money in improving the nation's infrastructure, our transportation systems, you know, our electrical grid. You see how up in Northern California, sometimes the power goes out because of the wildfires. You saw the hurricane hit Louisiana, their power went out, all those sorts of things. So we need to upgrade the electrical grid in also a way that makes it cleaner, less emissions, less pollution, because we know which communities are heavily impacted, you know, by all that. One quick example of one of the elements of the infrastructure plan that is proposed by yours truly. You know, when I was a kid, I remember some years I'd have to be on a school bus going to and from school. And if you ever rode a school bus, and especially if you sat near the back, you remember that diesel exhaust and what it smells like. Well, technology exists now for zero emission school buses. And so if we can replace diesel buses with electric buses, it's better for the environment, better for our kids' health. And when our kids are healthier, they're better able to learn. And we know who the predominant kids are in LA Unified and a lot of other districts. So just one example of how we can bring our life experience, a little bit of engineering background to the infrastructure negotiations in Congress. The other is, and this is not a guarantee, but there might be a way to get some of this immigration reform, protections for dreamers and farm workers, other essential workers, done through this infrastructure package and through the budget. So when I get back to Washington next, that's going to be a big focus, and I hope to have some good news in the next month or two.
So you're always, you know, you worry. Well, I'm not sure if it's worry. You're very concerned for our people and the people. You know, but how are your people? And excuse me for not asking up front. How is your wife? How are your children?
Oh, appreciate the question. You know, we're doing okay. We're still COVID free, knock on wood. Kids are back in school in person, which is great for, you know, social development, just being there, right? They have to mask up, use hand sanitizer, all that stuff. And props to my wife for holding it down when I got to work, when I got to travel. She's she's doing great on her own, not just being a great mom and a great wife. She's a mental health advocate herself. We know how much, especially during COVID, there's been an increase in anxiety and people feeling stressed out. So she's training me well to remind folks it's always good to do a self check-in. You know, if you need to step away, catch your breath for a little bit, reach out for help. Ain't no shame in that, especially in communities of color. We don't talk about it nearly enough. So let's be mindful of it. Ask a friend, hey, how you feeling today? And let's just be there to support each other.
That's all it really takes. It's all it really takes is just listen, just sit there and listen, you know, honestly, it goes a long way. What's up, Les?
Yo, Senator Padilla. So we circling back to, you know, a cleaner space. Homeless in Los Angeles has gotten so bad. What are the plans on cleaning that up?
Yeah, no, it's I try to remind people, look, the reason it's such a big problem is because it's everybody's problem. It's not just a city issue, not just a county issue, not just a state issue, not just a federal issue, but we've all got to do our part. I know through some of the COVID rescue packages from a funding standpoint that have been put out, and even through this infrastructure stuff that we're doing, a ton of federal funding come in for, you know, housing, affordable housing, homeless services, but ultimately the services are provided by the city, the county, and community-based organizations. The good news is I think more people are realizing that it's not just about building housing, getting somebody a roof over their head, but if you're homeless for a reason, maybe multiple reasons, whether it's an substance abuse issue, whether you're just out of a job and how you train for a better paying job, whether it's a mental health condition or anything else. So if we want to really get people back on their feet, we need to be holistic in the services and the support that we provide. And with that kind of thinking, I think we're going to be doing better going forward, because the problem is big. It's here in LA, it's in San Francisco, it's in San Diego, Sacramento, Fresno. Everywhere I go, you see it.
Yeah, it's everyone's problem. Everyone, you're right. It's everyone. Not one person is gonna make sure that gets rectified, right? I mean, it takes everybody. Senator Padilla, I know that you spend a lot of time in Washington, D.C., and you have a lot of influence, which we salute you for. Jeff Garcia, the sports dude, our producer, wants to thank you personally for helping the Nationals trade Max Scherzer and Trey Turner to the Dodgers. Thank you, sir.
Ooh, yes.
We gave them an offer they couldn't refuse.
Right? Exactly. Now, are the Dodgers winning the World Series again?
You better believe it. Better believe it. Repeat.
Better believe it.
Because I was able to make it last year, so hoping to make it to a game this year, maybe, and of course to the celebration at the White House. I wasn't able to make it this year either, so we need a redo.
Oh, we need a redo. We got to get it in there, man. Let's go, man, for real. Hey, Letcha, you got something?
Yeah, no. Also, thank you again for your contribution to the hip hop holiday. I know you played a part in that, right?
Oh, yeah, we did. So check this out. When my staff first caught wind of this resolution working its way through the Senate, recognizing hip hop and the history of hip hop, there was two senators involved. New York, because of course that's kind of where it all started, and Louisiana because of the jazz influence in hip hop. And so my staff came to me. They've heard me talk about hip hop before. I'm like, heck yeah, we got to make sure that the West Coast is recognized in this resolution. So we offered an amendment to make sure that it embraced all of hip hop, and it's just a formal way to make sure that it goes down in our nation's government history, this recognition. And it's not just music. As much as we love the music, it's a whole cultural influence for decades now. I grew up on it. You guys are growing up on it. Hip hop is here to stay. Absolutely.
Who is your hip hop rapper?
These days, my song, sometimes my walk-up music is California Love.
Hey.
I'm a little bit older than you guys, so I remember the early days of Ice Cube and NWA, and I'm that generation.
Oh man, I mean that was a great generation for music.
One of my first concerts was Digital Underground at the Hollywood Bowl.
Wow, the Hollywood Bowl. Wow, rest in peace, Shock G, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Was Tupac there? Did he make an appearance?
Yep, the original Humpty Hump.
Yo, you saw Tupac live in concert. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the original Humpty Hump. I like really that. Cool. Yeah, so you're OG with it, man. We appreciate the time. We thank you very much. What do you think of the of this year's Lakers squad, sir?
Man, Lakers are always contenders. So we got nothing but the highest of expectations, just like with the Dodgers. So
that's right. And do your kids have you choosing between Drake and Kanye?
Not yet, not yet.
It's coming, sir. You know, they're
We
both
want no
dropping.
beef. Yeah, we want no beef.
We
But
want no
Yeah.
beef.
you know,
Yeah, no, hey, listen.
my youngest son, Diego, he wants to be everything when he grows up. He's talked about firefighter, police officer, might actually singer, and now beatboxer is on the list. So, you know, we'll see what
Yeah.
pans out.
That is
That's
so cool.
awesome.
Do you hear him practicing in the house?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And in the back seat, you know, and in the shower, and every chance he gets.
Who is he watching? Is he watching someone? Is he watching like the late great Biz Markie or
I was gonna say maybe he's been watching me, watching the late great Biz Markie.
Yeah.
Salute, sir.
Thank
Senator
you.
Alex Padilla, we thank you very
Yeah.
much for your time, and anything that we can do as a show and our
Mhm.
audience, anything we can do to help, please never hesitate to ask.
Hey, appreciate all of you. Just two last quick things. Number
Yes, sir.
one, again, a reminder, vote no on the recall, get that ballot in on or before September 14th. Vote no on that first question. And then second, haven't talked about the vaccines again. There's still a lot of you out there who haven't been vaccinated. No excuses. Vaccines are free. You don't need proof of insurance or any of that. Protect yourselves, protect your family, protect our community. Get vaccinated today.
Yeah, like I said, you know, earlier I was at the Dodgers Rockies game, and they were vaccinating people left and right. They're in the stadium for free.
Yeah.
The vaccine is available, and you know, a lot of Latinos and a lot of Black people as well. They don't necessarily trust it. I was vaccinated on the air to try to help promote getting vaccinated, and you know, we just think it's a very important situation here, man. It's life or death.
Yep. So, all right. Well, thank you, everybody. Stay safe.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate the time.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Peace.